everybody. It's Daryl T. Dixon stopping by with the Daily Daryl, just after noon here Central Time on Wednesday. And there's been a lot of stuff happening in the last 24, 30 hours in college basketball. I'm just going to give you up to date and give you, from a lawyer's perspective and not only a lawyer but also a basketball coach. And there's a lot going. I haven't gotten the update on everything that's happened this morning. I have been in court all morning, but I'm trying to catch up. It looks like at Louisville, Coach Pitino and the athletic director, Tom Zurich, have been put on administrative leave, and one with pay and one without pay. I think that's mainly the precursor to them being fired. It seems that they both have clauses in their contract that they have to be notified before they can be given their outright dismissal. So I would look for Louisville to hire a new coach this week. Now, most people would ask me, they'd say, well, Daryl, you're a Kentucky fan. I know you relish in this day, and I know many Kentucky fans do. I don't. I was a huge fan of Rick Pitino. I read, he's the guy that got me interested in becoming a coach. Read all of his books. And he was always a mentor of mine. That said, if the charges against him are true, then I think he needs to pay the price. Looking at the investigation overall, there's just one thing I want to point out to all my viewers is that this is not an NCAA investigation. This is an FBI investigation. And the one thing about the FBI is they don't normally make a move until they have the evidence. Till they have people caught, till they have people, because in federal court, there's not a lot of criminal trials, because once the FBI moves in and gets the evidence, they usually, the defendants in those cases look to plea. As of right now, there's 4 defendants, the most notable being Chuck Persons from Auburn, and he faces some significant jail time for the fraud. And what had happened, just in basic terms, is shoe companies are getting involved in the recruitment of young men. And this particular shoe company, it does happen with other shoe companies, I'm sure. None of that's been alleged yet. It's just against Adidas. And I'm sure that Adidas, the guy from Adidas that is going to be indicted or is under investigation right now used to be at Nike. So that also makes you wonder, is the ball going to drop? Is there going to be more schools involved? But the one thing that stands out, first of all, there's been 4 college basketball assistants that have been indicted by the United States Attorney's Office. Those are serious charges. Again, that's not NCAA charges. Those coaches will surely be dismissed. And one was from Auburn, one was from Oklahoma State, Arizona, and USC. What is strange here is that of the 4 coaches, 2 of those schools, 3 of those schools, Arizona, Oklahoma State, and Auburn, are not sponsored by Adidas. Now, Louisville is, Tennessee is, some other schools, Texas A&M I know. But those three of the 4 schools are do not use the Adidas basketball shoes, which is where the shoe companies get involved in the recruitment of these young men. So that will leave some unanswered questions. And again, is the ball going to drop somewhere else? Are there going to be more schools added to this in the future? And the answer is we don't know yet. But anyway, the information I've been able to gather this morning while being in court and over the last 24 hours, that these are very serious allegations. It's an FBI investigation. It is not an NCAA investigation. Now, the NCAA will be looking at this very seriously, but I don't think that they will. They're going to act anytime soon. They will be able to get the documents from these criminal trials. Because I think everybody knows the NCAA investigations are basically a joke. They go on for years and years and years, and seldom do they gather all the facts, and their punishments, have varied over the year from being very severe, against the University of Kentucky years ago, and then they've been really light, in schools like Syracuse here recently. Just a scholarship and a coach's suspension. So Louisville was on probation. That's why this really looks bad on them. They were already on NCAA probation. So for them to be to be mentioned in this, is really a blow to that program. And like I said, I'm not a Kentucky fan cheering against Louisville today. I'm very saddened that Coach Pitino is gone. He was a mentor of mine, and I wish things could have worked out differently. That being said, I want justice to prevail here, and if he was involved in wrongdoing, then he should pay the appropriate punishment. So we're going to have more for you on this as things develop. Louisville could possibly get the death penalty. I know one of my viewers is saying that right now. It's possible. I think it's unlikely in this day and age. They possibly really could lose a championship, but that kind of goes back to their NCAA stuff and probation and their appeal and everything like that. So anyway, I just wanted to stop by, update you on a little bit of what we know, try to put it in a little bit of context for you because it's a developing story. I will have more later. This has been the Daily Daryl, and hopefully we'll get back to you real soon with some updated information. Hope everybody goes out and enjoys the rest of the day. It's beautiful here in Paducah, Kentucky, and we'll see you real soon.